Welcome back to some Railbound. I'm Dear Darling, and enjoy the ride as we make connections and travel the world together. Well, last time I'm going to assume that we went through World 8 and we'd finished this. I also completely forgot that you could like pet the dogs, which is definitely something I've been missing out on. It was something I discovered in the first episode and was reminded through a comment. So, you know, let's pet dogs. They look very happy about it at the very least. It's sort of just like they're working, and here I am interrupting their care for, well, I mean, they're relaxing there, but I'm interrupting their sort of moment of struggle. It's actually getting a period. This is very random, just being like, yeah, look, I spilled hot coffee on myself. Anyway, we are going on to World 9 now. At some point we'll come back, probably once we finished all the worlds, we'll come back and try and do the levels, which we have not solved. What's going on here? It's a blockade. Interesting. So, is a blockade timing based? One. Ah. So what happens when we put it here? It needs something to pass in front of it? Is that how it works? Interesting. Right, so this is a much more literal way to delay things rather than having to delay with a track. We delay using the barrier we set ourselves. Okay, so it has to be at a turn, and it will wait for something to go by the turn and then go. Interesting. Not a turn, sorry, an intersection. Interesting. I assume this will do something like this then. Oh, that just crashes. Oh, we have our own barrier. I didn't even realise. And then we wait for that to go, then 2 will go, then 2 will let 3 go. Okay, interesting. The thing that immediately strikes me is this feels like it takes out a lot of one of the biggest difficulties of trying to solve levels in this game is the principle of timing, I suppose. So I'm interested to see how the difficulty ramps up from here. I'm not going to say the game is going to be easy, of course not. But I am curious to see exactly... Oh, yeah, that's not how things work. I am curious to see exactly how things go, because, yeah, one of the biggest things which makes Railbound, I think, so difficult is the difficult of allowing the times to work with how things travel about. But putting a barrier in means it's a much more controlled way, I think, of delaying the times. You know exactly when things are going to happen, so... I mean, that's going to crash, so we put something here. So we put something here, and then you go hit that button and come back. Something like that, right? Ah, you are going to trap yourself. Oh, okay, so now we're getting interesting. Right, you're going to trap yourself. There's not really... So we kind of need you to go twice around the thing up there, which is not impossible, but it sounds incredibly difficult. You're ramping up already. Either that or I've missed out a core component of this. Because this is no good. Why would we do that? Good question. So this is what we did. It lets you go, but then you trap yourself. So how can we not let that happen? This needs to be closed as you go by. So maybe you should hit it. We kind of want you to go then come back, but the thing is, we don't have a lot of room to do that. I kind of want you to go hit the button and then be able to come down here, but that's not really how things work. Is there a way you can turn off? Maybe you can turn around? Does that even make sense? This doesn't even make sense. Why do we want this? It's just the turning circle here is too difficult. I must be missing something fundamental about this. This is probably easier than I'm giving it credit for. I just can't immediately see how it's easier. Or maybe it is just genuinely more difficult than I'm giving it credit for. I keep doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result, and it's not happening. I wonder if number 1 should be waiting then, instead of number 2. How's that going to work? Like, we have a turn off here or something? Why can we even put this? So we can't put it on here. Wow, we really don't have a lot of space, huh? I don't know what I'm doing or how to do anything different. This is surprisingly difficult. There's only, well, what, level 5? And I'm already struggling. I don't know if that's a good or bad sign, necessarily, but I'm either guessing I must be missing a mechanic about this. Like, do these close up again? Like, it doesn't open. Why doesn't it open this way? Because number 1's passing it. I think I must be misunderstanding something about this. Like, will you close it again if you go past? You don't. So your one-time use, these barriers. I must be going insane. How? There's like nothing you can really do on this level except for something like this. So it must just be barrier placement. But it's like not really many places. This is like the only place we can put a barrier, and it just doesn't work. Because the thing is, we don't have a lot of tracks to even work with. Is why I'm so confused about this. What am I overlooking? I wonder if there's something I misunderstand about the barrier. Or if we sent number 2 on the way first. I don't know why we would do that, but is there something fundamental I misunderstand? I kind of want like number 1 to wait here until number 2's over here or something. Because then the barrier won't close while number 1's in the way of a bridge, but I can't really get number 1 to wait. At least not easily. This is like the only way I can get it to wait. Oh, we can't put it on a crossing like that. I guess that makes sense. So it'd be like this, but why do we want to do this? Why is this so difficult? Like, okay, let's be real. We need minimum 2 tracks here. Minimum 1 track here. We only have 5 tracks. And this is the only other button we can press. And so this is also a forced move. We have so many forced moves on this level, but it's crazy I haven't solved it yet. Like, what does this do? So driving into a barrier is always going to fail. It's only driving past a barrier which allows something to happen. Oh, am I dumb? I'm dumb. I was like, how can we turn this around? But I kept just trying to loop it back here for no apparent reason. I forgot that we can just turn it around in spot. Okay, you know, it's been a while. It's not actually been that long since I've played Railbound, I'm going to be honest. That was on me. That one, fully 100% on me. We don't have a lot of tracks in this one. So, oh yeah, we only have 3 tracks. That is strange. It has to be like this then. But we don't want number 1 to wait. So we have number 2 hit the button, number 1 just drive straight across, and number 2 can wait in the tunnel. I see. Okay. I'm getting back into the swing of things. I see certainly how this is complicating. I'm not actually sure if it's the mechanic itself is all that complicated. I think it's actually these levels are quite interestingly designed to be reasonably complicated. It promotes a different way of thinking, which is the intriguing part. The fact that things much more on purposely wait. I know we've had the mechanical things that are waiting before, but it's not really been like this. Right, so you hit this too quickly. So we need you to wait. But how do we get you to wait? That's a really good question. Either that or we can just turn you around, surely. Yeah, we can just have you wait here, right? You'll just go around again. And then let yourself go. It does promote a different style of thinking. Because I think I think this game is very evil. It's made me develop the idea of, yeah, like, I had to think about how oh, that's no good. It's made me think of a concept of things need to be delayed by me manually, but that is no longer the case. So someone needs to hit the button. I don't even know what this is going to do. Highly unhelpful, I would say. Also didn't even use a barrier. What if we just do something crazy like this, eh? Okay, what am I trying to do? You can just sort of drive straight across if one doesn't go. So I kind of want 1 and 2 to switch places. Either that or I want you to go like this. No, it doesn't make sense. I feel like one has to do this. So that's going to send it on a loop though. Oh, I guess you could go backwards like this, right? No. What? No, I meant like this. Oh, but then you don't even hit the button. Good point. Well, I guess you don't even have to hit the button. Right, but now you're not delayed enough. Right, so the point is, how do we delay you? Okay, so we can put a barrier here. But then nothing will ever pass that. Wow, okay. God, sorry levels, these ones are quite hard. Or maybe I'm just getting bad at this game. No, I mean, let's give the game respect it deserves. This game does have difficulty to it, of course. We just gotta unpack that difficulty. So what do we want to happen? Do we even want to hit the yellow button? I'm not convinced we do. Or if we do, then you have to hit the thing like this. But then how do you get to the end? And the answer is you don't. Or do you? Well, you can't get through. You have to hit this button. So maybe number 1 needs to be delayed. Weirdly enough. I mean, it really gets delayed enough. I'm not even sure conceptually what I need to do. I want number 1 to be on this track. I want number 2 to go off course or something. So we need to send number 2 off course, and then number 1. We need number 1 to be delayed. Somehow. Some way, somehow. So we need a thing here. That's never going to happen because we can't delay number 1 hitting this button. That is just definitively true. But we don't have enough tracks to do this. So What can we do? We need number 2 to wait, but we can't make number 2 wait there. We had to make number 2 wait before. So I mean number 2 can wait like this, but then nothing will ever hit that track. So we need number 1 to let number 2 go somehow. Unless we can put it down on a thing. No, we can't. Okay, we can't put it down on a special thing. Ah, if only number 1 and number 2 were switched around in places. I wonder if that's the key concept. Because then number 2 could do this. And we'd be all Gucci. Send you backwards. Which doesn't seem like a good thing. Maybe number 1 needs to do something like this. And then what? And I'll let stuff go, but and then we have number 2, but we can't. How do we have number 2 wait here? We need number 2 to wait. So what if we send number 2 on the track as well? Heidi does not do anything. So where do we want number 2 to wait? We want number 2 to wait here? What? It just... Oh, it let itself go. No. What are we doing? Because the thing is, it lets itself go if you do anything like this, which makes it redundant. What am I doing? I want number 2 to wait here, but it doesn't because it lets itself go like that. Because if it waited here and then waited for number 1, okay, so we... this feels almost correct, which is weird because it looks like an absolute mess of insanity. So how do we get it to not trigger? I don't know if we can. I guess this has to not be... Whoa. That seems like a bug. I don't think I should be able to do that, but... No, it's just letting itself go. But here it's going to block the entire thing. What shall we do about this? I do not know. Highly not useful. I'm not really sure. That does feel like remotely close to a potential solution. Because it feels weird enough, right? That it feels like it should work. I'm just doing the same thing again. No, it has to be something different though, because that doesn't work. Is this it? And then number 2 should... No, it keeps letting itself go. Stop. I want it to not consider itself when it goes past, but... We do have one more track. Ah, maybe we have you wait here? Okay, that took long enough. I got too caught up in the idea that number 2 had to stay behind number 1 the entire time, when really we could have just sent number 2 to the end and just made it wait. Okay. That's probably something good to keep in mind, so I don't keep going down the same path again. That was close. That was my brain almost like making a permanent connection, being like, this is how all these levels are going to work. But 9-9, it saved me. It saved me from going down that path over and over and over again in future levels. So I'm going to round this episode off for now. If you have been watching, thank you very much. It's been Railbound. I've been Dear Darling. Likes, comments, subscription, share. It's greatly appreciated. Socials, Discord down below. Hope we see each other again. But for now, it's our farewell. So until next time, bye-bye for now.